Hey, we're Wild Knights, and welcome to the Punkio podcast.
Please mind the gap between the train and the...
Whatever. Welcome to the Punkio podcast, the show that brings you unsigned punk music, regular interviews, news, reviews, and more. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing. Here are your hosts, Tim Marshall and Tom Hawkins.
Hey guys, welcome to the Punkio podcast. I'm Tim and I co-host Tom. We have Wild Knights with us today. So episode 16 now. It's getting to the 20s, I tell you. It's nearly there. How you doing, guys? All right?
Hey, pretty good, man. Real good.
Good.
Thanks for having us on.
Yes. There we go. Hi, Tom. Thanks for saying you here. There we go. So just introduce yourselves for us, guys.
We can start over there.
I'm Kenton. I play bass. I'm one of the newest members.
I'm Trent. I play rhythm guitar.
I'm Ethan, and I'm the lead vocalist.
Milia, play the guitar.
Awesome. So take it you have a session drummer then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Currently we're working on getting that all organized. Thankfully, with everything being kind of slow right now as far as this industry goes, it's kind of a good time to really reflect and make sure we got the right drummer and what we really want for our sound.
Yeah. Sweet. Sounds good. Well, you got a good sound, so... me and Tom have been listening to quite a few of your tracks, and well, I hope Tom's been listening.
Thank you.
No, I honestly don't have a clue. He's just wrote me on 5 minutes ago. Okay, Tom, mate, do you mind having a crack at these guys over here? Yours, Wild Knights. Yeah, sure. What?
There you go.
In all seriousness, I have been listening to you guys when I was at work, and you guys are one of the great bands that you can put on, and just there isn't a song to skip because they're all really good and they all really flow regardless of the shuffle order. So that was
Man, that means so much.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate
we
your
strive for
words.
that.
I do have a favourite, but we're not featuring it on the podcast. I've just found out, and I'm gutted. I'm gutted.
Which one is
by
that? Is that my
Go on.
message?
No. I'm going to give you two more guesses though. I've got it written down.
Joby.
No.
Alone. I've been dying to get you alone.
No.
Wow.
No. Unfortunately not.
You wasted all of our guesses.
You wasted all.
Well,
What do we know? It's how the turns tables, as they say.
So the tables turn, so other way around, Tom.
No, it's an Office reference. You won't
Okay.
understand. No, it's yours truly. It's yours truly.
Oh, dude, we've been saying we need to redo that one. Yeah.
It's absolutely sensational.
Yeah.
For the guys that will be listening but won't be hearing that song, check it out because it's pierced the veil through and through. And that's why I love it. That's why I absolutely love it.
We need
All
to.
right, settled. We're redoing that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for it.
Sweet, love it. Well, I can definitely tell that you guys enjoy the music you make from the sound of your music, definitely, because, I don't know, you just kind of sound like you're having fun at the same time. I mean, yes, you have bands that do it, but you can kind of tell sometimes where bands don't really listen to their own music and think, actually, let's record this properly, but you guys have definitely done it, so well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
You're very welcome.
We brand ourselves as Good Vibes Pop Punk. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Try to
Just
have a good time.
Having that fun time with it.
I like it.
I think good
to know it
vibes.
shows.
Good vibes is a great way of describing pop punk. It's like, what are we listening to? It's just good vibes, you know?
vibes.
Good
Yeah.
vibes. Have you ever
Exactly.
cheekily whacked yourselves into a playlist with your mates and just been like, by the way, we've got a good vibes playlist. You may hear us.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we have a lot of friends that use our band name as a pun. So
Oh, I want to hear some of these. Can we?
Come
have
on.
you got any puns to hand?
Oh, dude, the most typical one is whenever you're, drinking with, I guess pre-COVID, whenever you're out drinking with friends or getting ready for a night, come up, hey man, we're gonna have a fucking wild night.
Always a good time.
Of course.
Oh man, that was a wild night.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That's
but-
literally what I would have been like if I was your friend. I would have been coming up to
Definitely.
you, just being like, "Hey guys, I
Definitely.
think we're in store for a wild night." Like, please, for God's sake, mate, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a Tuesday. No one's in for a wild night on a Tuesday, all right?
Oh dear. Unless it's student
Come out
night,
of a
Tom.
meeting, stop saying it's a wild night.
Yeah. Unless it's student night, Tom. Could be.
Student night, absolutely.
There you go.
Student nights, one of
Monday
the-
nights could be student nights sometimes. So there you go.
Tuesday
There we
nights
go.
were my
My
student
favorite
nights.
was when they would do acoustic sets before I was in the band. They would label themselves Mild Nights. Yeah.
Love
we
that.
Oh,
We had to
goodness
tune it down a
gracious.
Yeah.
You're the
Mild
first band we had on that have puns.
Yes. Well, you guys are in the pop punk kids group, or some of you.
I
Yeah.
left it I left it. It just wasn't. What
No,
I
it's
was expecting.
terrible. It's a really bad group. But I was just thinking because when people say that they're like, what do I listen to? I was saying I really want to. I said this in the last podcast. I really want to start a band.
You trolling with the podcast was probably what kept me there for a good month.
Yeah,
I was like,
but no, but no,
that's what you listen to.
Podcast is right here, and it's like, yes.
Yeah,
no,
but no,
there wasn't enough of that for me.
No,
like,
there's nothing.
Your networking really just got overshadowed by someone.
100%. Yeah, I mean,
and yeah, just wasn't there for that.
You see so many bands posting their stuff, and they have like 4 likes. I'm like, fuck off. Be like, what are you doing? Be like, all these people saying, "Oh, look at me!" Like, how do I look? Like, what do I listen to? I'm like, I don't give a shit. I want to listen to music.
So, Tim, it's a great question. We want to know what they listen to or what they like.
Oh, you guys, yeah, that's
like
fine.
They listen to. It keeps me sane throughout the day.
True. That is quite
32,
funny.
I don't know what you listen to, but I really want to know now.
Well, yeah. Here we go. All right, guys, what do you listen to? Let's start on the right again.
Wow, what a question to start off after ripping the group.
So lately, right now, a lot of like Pup and Hot Mulligan. Yeah, a lot of that. Spanish love songs. I think I'm a little late to that game, but I don't really care. I'm loving it right now.
They're good.
I need to listen to them a bit more. I think actually, I haven't listened to too much.
No Pressure. Really loving No Pressure.
That's a solo of someone. Who is it? Can't remember his name now.
Yeah, Parker Cannon.
That's the one. Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's just story.
That's good stuff.
2.0.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff's really raw. Taking Meds is one of my favorites, definitely. That's Such Gold. That's a side project of some of the Such Gold dudes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something worth checking out.
I think we brought up about.
I know. I've been pretty much all over the place. Yeah. I've been listening to a little bit of rap, like Young Gravy or Oliver Francis. Those are probably my top 2 rap artists. Or Nothing Nowhere.
Nothing Nowhere. What a shout! What a shout!
Yeah, they're good. I like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to just pop in there with that.
I actually really like listening to Japanese city pop.
Interesting.
It's super relaxing and just like, I don't know, it makes me feel good. It almost gives me like a sense of nostalgia that I don't know where it came
from.
But
Nostalgia.
I'm not mentioning it. You mentioned it. It's fine.
Oh, Tom loves the word nostalgia.
Music. Here it is. It's Trent.
Just look up a playlist on YouTube and you'll thank me later.
Japanese city pop.
I promise you. Like 80s like city pop is literally like just like the go-to. And then like the videos they play with the playlists are like the old like 90s anime, which is just like that's probably where all that nostalgia is coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as pop punk goes, I listen to In Her Own Words a lot, Belmont, and Point North too. I really like Point North.
So good.
Oh, before we move on, I have to admit, two absolutely amazing bands there. In Her Own Words, I think they sang "It's Rosé by the Ocean."
Yeah,
that's my favorite song.
Yeah,
I Howl for the Win, man. I Howl for the Win, definitely.
Rivera is probably my favorite.
Joey played here.
The
singer Joey played here.
Yeah, Joey's got his own little side project.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a radio pop type stuff, indie pop.
Oh, nice.
Dance music type. It's really good. But he started out as just like an acoustic act doing his own little solo songs, and I actually was fortunate enough to host him here in my garage. And man, what a vocalist!
He's
he's
really good.
Granted, it's very DIY here. I don't have a legit setup. That guy, with what he was given, wow, blew the roof off.
And just the nicest dude.
Yeah, he was super nice, humble, cleaned up. He stayed the night. He cleaned up after himself. Was doing my dishes when I woke up in the morning. And like,
wow, so pop punk.
He's honestly
that dude could chug a White Claw and then just belt a song like perfectly. And then just chug another White Claw. I'm like, dude, I aspire to be you.
I think everyone aspires to be like that. Just right now, I'm going to neck this now, and then I'm going to sing "Hammer" by Point North. Like, just back. Oh, whoa! Jeez, where did that come from? No, and Point North. What an album, Brand New Vision, and Kelly Quinn, Into the Dark. There's so many songs by them. So I discovered them at the start of 2020, I think. And it was, they started appearing, one song here, one song there. And then it was Never Coming Home that really was like, oh, this made me.
My favorite.
I feel like
It
I
is,
should listen
and
to Point North.
You should be.
You should be.
Earlier
This
this week at
Wednesday he
practice.
just showed me Point North, and yeah, I'm here for it. It's got that early nostalgia pop punk vibe that I miss.
Yeah, definitely.
I completely agree, and I so want to get them one day on the podcast because they're just one of those bands where it's constantly like I want to just stick them on repeat regardless of if it's a sadder ballad like Hotel Room or if it's something like Into the Dark but the acoustic version, so I really want to feel like very vulnerable and timid inside, or if I really want to just belt out like Hammer or I forgot the cover they recently did. They did another cover, but it's gone off the back. It's gone from my mind. But yeah, absolutely love them. Anyway,
Carry
going
on.
on then.
I don't know. I guess in the pop punk sense, a lot of same like they were saying, like Hot Mulligan in her own words. Meeting at the Altar, super tight. They're like a new one that's coming up. But honestly, like I haven't been listening to a lot of pop punk lately. There's been a lot of like 100 Gex, Food House, like that underground like hyper pop shit, like Glaive, and you guys know we
dropped it in the
showed
Facebook Messenger. You know what we're talking about.
You know,
It's interesting.
We're not judging you. It's even more pop punk that you don't listen to pop punk.
Yeah, right.
You're rebelling against the genre, therefore that's pop punk, right?
Right. No, it's hard.
We're
It's
just
hard.
rebelling
as
to
hell.
rebel.
So I don't know. I've been super into that kind of stuff, and like looking forward to how that will influence my writing in the future too.
Yeah. Well, before you go, pal, I've been listening to quite a bit of what's it called, cloud punk lately, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I had a guy called Nate Flood on back at the beginning of the podcast, episode 3, and then also who's the other one? One called Safe Hold, really, really good. A few others, yeah, some great cloud punk artists, but they're kind of, I don't know what you'd call them. Suppose they're going into the emo punk genre, but they've still got the pop punk vibes. But it's great. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Inner and Words, Belmont, big fan of those. The Story So Far is new album. I listen to that. I feel like
Yeah, I forgot to say the
newest.
Story So Far. That's like also up
great.
there.
But yeah, other than that, I'm really into like the 1975, the band Camino, stuff like that too. New
So Eskimo Callboy.
Eskimo Callboy's pretty good. Dude, Tim showed me Tala.
Oh,
It's
dude.
what's his name?
Mike Portnoy's son.
It's Mike Portnoy's son's
From
metal
Dream Theater.
band from Dream Theater. It's his son's band.
Oh wow.
And they had like a new metal 2000 just
Metalcore
new age
sound.
kind of corn now vibe, and it's fucking
Nice.
insanely good.
Yeah.
What are they called?
They were so
Tala.
good.
Tala.
Tala. Yeah.
Come out.
LHA.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
think we're glossing over one band here in particular, which is Eskimo Callboy, and I mean, quite frankly, hyper.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
What a
I
song!
changed that like 2 nights ago for the first time.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
so funny, dude. I loved it.
It
How
definitely
are
grew
you
on me.
so behind on these musics?
It was a grower for me. At first, when I heard it, I was like, nah, don't like this. I had to listen to it about 6 times, so I was actually, this is quite a good song.
It is.
It caught me off guard because I was just looking at it, watching the music video, and I was like, what is going on? And then as soon as it all just kicks in, I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
this is dope.
It's one of those songs where you're like, I don't really like this, and you're doing fucking dishes. Like next thing you're like, na, 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 na.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
slaps,
I,
man.
dude, I was
Dude,
listening
the
to that on the way
breakdown.
here.
It's one of those songs that absolutely slaps, and it's a song where I've now played it that many times I cannot remember how many times I've played it. But every time I listen to it, it's the one that you go, oh, I'm going to listen to it, and like I'm going to smile, and I feel fine, and then it just goes into like the hard dropping thing. You're like, I just want to punch a fucking wall, yeah, and then it's like, da, da,
Kyle comes out.
da, da, da.
That's
I'm
it,
back to
that's
normal
it.
now.
It's
I'll
funny
tell you,
when
another.
you're, like,
Go on.
when you're in traffic playing that song and people are looking at you like, what is this dude listening to? And then it, it kicks in, and then you're just going hard in the like.
Yeah.
It's just one of those songs where it's like, it's just the way it's arranged. It uses so many elements that should be clashing, but it
Right.
just
They
doesn't.
don't.
Like you're
Yeah.
you're headbanging, and then you're dancing, and then
Yeah.
twerking. You
Just
don't
the
know
way
what
it
you're doing.
transitions is like
Yeah.
so perfect.
Dance banging.
Works so well. It
Da-
works so well.
yeah. Bit of dance banging. That's it.
Dance bang, bit dance
Yeah.
bang, yeah.
Hashtag dance banging. There you go. Yeah. So, but I tell you, another song that was absolutely awesome last year was Illenium with Tom DeLonge. I don't know if you guys heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Such a good track. So that only came out in October,
Yeah.
but it was on my Spotify 100. I must have listened to it 100 times when it came out. So yeah, it was awesome.
I'm going to be a bit emo here, a bit hipster, and say I was listening to him, Millennium, before it became cool. All right, just saying.
Yeah, right. For a minute.
Yeah, he's got
Whatever.
some absolute bangers out. Yeah, whatever. But it's more, I'd say it's more EDM, or like it's more drum and bass EDM. He's really talented. Stuff like Fractures,
Yes.
Leaving, and you know, it's a great segue, by the way, Tim, for you if you want to get into Eden. Listen to Leaving by Millennium, and it's got Eden on the vocals.
Eden?
Yeah,
I've
Eden.
heard of
Dude,
Eden.
Eden's hard. If you like Eden, have you heard of Breakins before?
Yes.
Dude, Breakins is my shit, dude. He's so fucking good. And that song Thoughts in the Rough, produced by Dylan Brady, banger.
Man, I'm just so happy that there's a band that's likes Eden for me, because
Yeah, dude, he's so good.
We're here for you.
He's insane. The way he mixes, like, I don't know, everything.
So before lockdown happened in the UK, I was fortunate enough to go and see him live for the second time,
Really?
because he came to London, and my best mate James, shout out to James by the way, who is a huge fan. I surprised him with VIP tickets to see him, meet and greet. I saved up, got the tickets, met him, and it was just this kind of moment. I remember seeing James, meeting him, and going, I had so many questions, but now I just have none. I've met you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real nice moment right there, man. Shout out to you for being a homie to him like that.
Yeah.
Nah, he's been a homie. He's been a homie for me for majority of my college life. But we're both huge fans of his stuff, and to the point that I've genuinely got a tattoo of the Eden logo on my arm. That's how much I love his stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's just such a nice thing to have, and his voice is beautiful, and his mixing is phenomenal, and just his vote, I just can't bang on enough about him. But it's not pop punk, so will leave it here and move into another question, or we can move into your first song. What do you?
We'll move to Shall we move to the first song?
Run one.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, the first song I'm going to choose "All in Your Head." So there we go. Yeah, sweet. So "All in Your Head" by Wild Nights. Enjoy.
Dial tone, you're with your friends and I'm stoned at home. You ruined us with your poison personality. You're the author who wrote this tragedy. Go ahead and tell me what I wanna hear. I was blind but now you made it crystal clear. Step back, let's step back. Can you tell me, is this worthless? Talking cheap and I see you went shopping. Go ahead and share it with all of our friends. I'm so sick of all the lies you've been dropping. It's all in your head, it's all in your head. Right now I've got a lot to think about. You pull me closer just to drag me down. Don't have time for your second doubt, but it's all in your head, it's all in your head. Paranoia, I can't give you what you need. I should've known your best intentions were to watch me bleed. You can't escape the past, and you know I could've told you that we never would have last. There is a thought in my memory now, just a cutthroat killer out to murder this town. Back down! I can see right through you. Talking cheap and I see you went shopping. Go ahead and share it with all of our friends. I'm so sick of all the lies you've been dropping. It's all in your head, it's all in your head. Right now I've got a lot to think about. You pull me closer just to drag me down. Don't have time for your second doubt, but it's all in your head, it's all in your head.
Now I'm crazy because I don't love you, right? Is that the point? It's all wrong. You're not crazy, and you do love me. That's the point, April. But I don't. I hate you.
Don't play the victim, it's just all inside of your head. You say you miss me, you just miss my warmth in your bed. I still remember that night in September. I always wanted to doubt that you were out and about, but
I was singing along to that because it's got such a catchy chorus, and not only that, there's some cracking lyrics. So what was the origins behind it?
Well, a lot of it centered around this man right here, his breakup, and especially like I remember the night it happened. He ended up, coming over to my apartment. We were just chilling, watching anime and stuff. But that was mostly kind of like the influence for it. Like that's a pretty pop punk thing to write about. Like
of course.
It felt I don't know.
It kind of all happened in just like one night in the studio too. When we started writing, we literally finished all the lyrics and like vocals in like one night.
This is very uncommon.
This is
very uncommon for how we typically write.
Yeah, I was definitely very emotionally fueled with this song for sure. It just kind of like came out. It was really easy. It was almost like I was venting too, and then even Ethan had his contributions too with like the lyrics and just like rewording a few things. Just like and like one of the metaphors he used too is just like really still like I think about like to this day just like how good it was. And even like his like songwriting is just like
you can't just leave us on that.
Yeah, I know. It's the now I have to like think exactly how it goes.
Okay, I don't know my own songs either.
Yeah, dude. The cutthroat killer out to murder this town. That was the part that Ethan wrote, and it was just like, it was literally like he said exactly what I was thinking, but just couldn't actually articulate into words. So it was really cool for him. Yeah,
and it's really interesting.
Basically, speak what I was feeling and put it into his own words.
Well,
it's kind of, sorry.
It's really interesting too, because typically when we work on songs these days, like the song will develop, and we're kind of like do the melody kind of along with it, and kind of like develop like the vocal idea we have like as the song goes. And that one I came up with the instrumental of it like I think a couple days before, and it was the instrumental was pretty much done, so it was more just going over the song and like laying the vocals in the spots where we wanted.
Yeah, well, you had that instrumental written like a year or two before we
actually. Really?
It was like we were sitting on that instrumental for probably like 2 years before we actually like figured out what we were going to do with it.
Yeah. A lot of our newer releases are songs that they're almost tired of playing before I got in the band.
Yeah.
We've had them
We've just been sitting on them.
And they've just been sitting there, and
but I'm actually really excited to say with like our new music,
our new music pushes it.
Our new music definitely pushes it. We're definitely we definitely changed our sound a little bit. But
in a good way.
Definitely a little bit.
We play a lot. We play a lot faster.
We're still Wild Nights, but
it's a lot faster.
It's an evolution, right? It's an evolution of what
your
sound is.
But it's also stuff that we've written within like the last year.
Okay.
Definitely relates.
That we haven't like
more relevantly. It's more relevant to us.
Got any songs called "Fuck 2020" or something?
Yeah, all of
I was gonna say a lot of it is written basically over the past year, just like because we've been quarantined, we've been able to spend a lot of time writing and actually really focus on it.
That's
Not
cool.
to mention the feelings that come from quarantine, like
of course, yeah, definitely, lots of them. Definitely.
So what do you say? Your kind of alignment is in your sound compared to other bands? Do you identify yourselves closer to like a kind of 0.05? I picked up on the fact that yours truly really sounds like Pierce the Veil, but what would you guys say is your sound?
I think we kind of have a little bit of a spread just depending on what song you're listening to.
Yeah. I mean, I think we try to meet that middle of like aggressive pop punk and then also catchy. The way we do it, we like the catchiness of like bands, All Time Low, All American Rejects. We're like, it's there's all their early stuff. It's like catchy.
Mayday Parade with like a dash of Belmont.
Yeah, it's like we want it to be catchy. We want the chorus especially like catchy. But then we love playing shows. It's like we also want a verse or a song that's just gonna have people moshing, just going straight. So it's getting out in the middle between
if we're allowed to do that again.
Yeah. But we try to find that middle between like the aggressive in your face pop punk and that catchy stuck in your head melody is a little more of like the pop part of the punk, you know. So we try to kind of like read that line depending on the song. So
yeah, I mean, to me, I heard elements of Coheed and Cambria. I heard elements of All Time Low. I heard elements of Day to Remember. So yeah, there's lots of kind of stuff. I totally agree with you guys. You've kind of got a mix, which is good.
Yeah, we're a real big smorgasbord of influences, definitely, especially since we all have like a very different age gap. So we all kind of came up at a different time. Like, I like when we opened up for Hawthorne over the summer, I remember that being one of the biggest albums when it came out, and just changing everything, especially being from Ohio and as like a budding scene kid and all that. That was just game changing. And then like I hear Ethan's side of it where he's like, yeah, I remember like listening to the album like years later because he's way younger than me. It's like, man, you have no idea like exactly how influential they were.
I didn't get into it until years after
creating
it
what
came
we
out.
all listen to today. So I think that
by all
makes
means, definitely.
all of us coming from different time periods of the pop punk scene and era really blend together, especially in this newer stuff that, you know.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, and then like I feel like too like the whole genre thing is very. I think it's becoming less and less relevant. Like look at Belmont. They have
I hate them.
they have trap in their songs.
Yeah.
And it slaps.
True.
So like I think the idea of like containing yourself to a specific genre, like because you're pop punk, you need a sound within you know these areas. It doesn't matter these days. I think more bands are just doing, you know, if the members write something and they like it, release it. And you know, it doesn't. I think the fans who are more accepting of that too. I don't think people are so genre focused these days. I think
true.
Fans to get more and just do like if they like something, then do it. It doesn't need to fit a certain certain realm of genre.
I truly think a lot of this like emo rap stuff is almost a little bit like kind of ahead of its time in a way. Like the blending of the, like you said with Belmont, like utilizing these trap beats and stuff. Even though I refuse to listen to it, like the MGK stuff, like there's gonna be like this like kind of breeding of the two genres here soon. I'm kind of here for it. I just refuse to listen to the MGK one. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna just chip in there.
Watched
It's a strong opinion from me, but this man has created the 2020 album of the year.
You love it?
It does.
I love it to the point that on my bed right now is my MGK hoodie.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I refuse to even listen to it. Like I said, I really can't take a strong opinion. I watched the music video with Megan Fox in it. And it was just so cringy. Like it was studio written and it didn't have an authenticity to it that I like from pop punk.
The songs were bangers.
Yeah, definitely listen to the album. There's some tracks on there you'll like. Honestly, there is. I 100%. If there isn't, I'd be surprised.
Travis Barker produced it.
Yeah, he comes from
and you can see his songwriting in it. I mean, he obviously did all the drums on the album, from my understanding, but he also like produced the arrangements.
Yeah, he produced it, but MGK didn't write any of it.
But it's still good because Travis Barker good. I mean, you know,
I don't know. It wasn't.
I don't know. For me, like, you know, there's a couple of songs that I really, really enjoy. Like the song "Apology," I think is brilliant.
Oh my god!
But then I listen to some songs, and I'm like, I don't like it. So I mean, you know, some songs are great, some songs are, you know, meh.
So yeah, I get
the mustache Pete in me. Like, if you don't write your own stuff, I'm not giving you credit for it. Like, you didn't change pop punk if you couldn't even write it. Like, how can you change it? You just are the image.
I completely get that because it's the same with tattooing, right? It's like you hear artists going, well, you just copied a design and tattooed it on. It's nothing yours. You just copied and pasted it. What I think about MGK and this whole Tickets to My Downfall, Downfall's High, or pop punk transition from rap is that I still think there is elements of Machine Gun Kelly in it. And there's the lyrics, okay, fine, if he's written them or not, I personally don't know, even though I'm a huge fan, I actually didn't research that bit. Hands up. And I know. But it's his voice is incredible. The riffs are really catchy, and actually listening to the acoustic version of Bloody Valentine made me cry. And that's what it's so
that's out there, man. That's gonna be on YouTube. Everyone's gonna know that now.
I said on 4 episodes straight how much I freaking love this man. All right.
Well, I think the reason he made it work was even, you know, Travis Barker had a hand in it, but you know, I mean, MGK is not a singer. like a singer, right? He's a rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell by just the way he sings on the song. I mean, he has a very limited range. So I give him credit on the fact that he made it work. Like the melodies are catchy, and he made it work as, in my opinion, not a singer, but he made it work. And I mean, there's a couple of songs that bang on there. So I give him credit in that aspect, just the fact that he was able to go from a rapper and at least pull off, some sort of singing that works. I mean, a lot of people like albums.
Yeah. Well, and then at the same time too, even as a pop punk artist, even whether you love it or hate it, you can't deny that he's still bringing attention to like the pop punk genre. Like that's kids that like, or even other people who are our age who have never even given pop punk a chance. And then like after hearing MGK's album, now they're gonna think, oh, okay, well, these are artists that are like this, like this album. Okay, I'll check it out. And then they're like, wow, why didn't I listen to this sooner?
You know what pisses me off though is, and I've had a few like younger guys go, or I record some bands, so I have some like younger guys in the band. I'm like, oh, what you guys listen to? Like, our favorite pop punk band is MGK, and I'm like, no.
Try this.
I'm gonna say something about
It's like this is. It's frustrating.
Like,
it's frustrating.
I wanted to see Post Malone do a punk album before.
Yeah,
that's been teased. I
think Post Malone. He really was a scene
Yeah.
kid back in high school. Like he was one of us. Like that's all. He tried out for like one of the like.
It was
Crown the Empire.
Crown the Empire.
Yeah, he was almost in Crown the Empire. And stuff like
That would have been incredible. That would have absolutely been incredible.
That would have.
Right?
But the guy could sing. The guy could sing.
Regardless of my review,
really can.
I do give him credit for bringing attention to a genre that I, at 30, still stand behind, even though I get it. I'm one of the older guys in this shit.
Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer over here adding the wrong Tim to the group chat and stuff.
Sorry.
But yeah, I do fully give him credit for bringing light to it. But
all right, I got a question for you. Have you guys heard of Youngblood?
Oh,
I love
Amelia.
Yes.
I'm a big I'm a big Youngblood fan.
So yeah, one of my favorite albums of the year, definitely. I smashed it, absolutely smashed it. There was a couple of tracks on there. I was like, holy shit! Like literally, I was tearing up. I was like, wow.
Acting like that? What? Who said that? Who said acting like that? Oh wow, what a track that! Oh, it had MGK on it. Who freaking realized? I'm joking.
I saw Youngblood open up for one of my favorite.
Oh, nice.
One of my favorite bands is Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Yeah, they're good.
What a band.
Yeah, he opened for Catfish and the Bottlemen, which
That's
is
interesting.
kind of an odd.
Definitely
guy.
interesting.
This was before I even knew who Youngblood was. He is just insane on like the energy on stage.
Yeah.
Next level. I don't know how the dude does it for the entire show, just constantly running.
Oh, definitely.
Like I honestly didn't really care for like the live show, maybe because I was so just focused on Catfish. And then I went back and when the new album came out, I listened to it and I'm like, wow, I'm like, this is.
Yeah.
I'm a big melody person, where I just get sucked into like melodies, and that dude just cannot write a bad melody.
Yeah, I just love his I don't give a fuck attitude. Like literally, he'll do anything he wants on stage. He'll wear a fucking dress if he wants to. I mean, the guy's a genius. I love him. So.
I actually really like the new, because he's like one of like a couple of people, like Maddie from the 1975, and I think I've seen a few others who like the whole dressing on stage. I fuck with it. It's just the biggest like, just anti what's supposed to be.
It's just
guys shouldn't wear dresses.
It's like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the idea that you can do what you want, and it's like fuck it. So I'm behind the whole dress idea. I think it's sweet.
Too right.
You don't even
fucking rocks.
That's like, and that's the crazy thing behind it too. Is like you don't even have to have like a stance behind it for anything. It's just because fuck you, I'm just gonna do whatever I want anyway. Like at the end of the day, you're still gonna listen to my music. So
exactly. Yeah, I really want to see him live. I saw the Brixton Academy live on YouTube. It's a venue near us. Or near us in London, I mean near us, but yeah. So in England, it's in the country. But yeah, oh my god, every single track on it was just so much energy. Even the slower songs, he still put something into it that not many artists can. I mean, he's an entertainer, but he can sing as well.
I think he has a very unique voice, and like his accent. Yeah. Like I don't know where he's from. Like Wales? Is he from?
No. He's where's he from?
Nice job. You screwed up.
Barnsley, I think, or someone like that. I don't know.
It's not as sexy as Wales. Let me tell you.
No,
that.
It's definitely not.
Well, that was the thing. Is like his accent is very like I can't really understand when he talks. When he sings, it works. Like he just has a very like from being he's UK, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's at England. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the way it's like some UK bands like Catfish 1975, Don Bracco, like you can't really tell their accent when they sing. When Youngblood sings, he has his accent kind of goes through the entire song.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool in a way, but
just to put it out there, it's Doncaster, so it's
Doncaster. That's it. Doncaster, mate.
North.
From Doncaster. That's it.
Got a very northern accent, so it really shines through. But Don Broker, you can't tell. Enter Shikari only on a couple of songs.
Yeah, no,
you can tell their
describe
accent.
it more. Yeah.
And Catfish and the Bottle Man, I can't tell. I absolutely love Cocoon by them. I think it's one of their great tracks.
That is my favorite song by them.
Yeah.
Good track.
I did discover it though through FIFA. I will be honest. I did discover it through FIFA.
Me too. It was like FIFA. Like,
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you were like, oh, I was really into this, but no, FIFA. It was
I
FIFA.
get most of my bands from FIFA, honestly.
Dude, Madden 07's soundtrack. Dude.
They do have a
fucking
soundtrack
like
on
Cartel and shit.
True, dude.
That's why I found
Madden 07
Cartel.
had the most lit
Sports
soundtrack.
always has.
Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you want the real bangers, you have to pay the extra fee for it. DLC,
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, speaking of more songs, let's segue now into your next song.
Should we do another one? Go on, Tom. Well, choose one. Can you remember what we've got?
Absolutely not. Honestly, in my head, they've all gone because I was only here for 2 songs and I was only put on the podcast 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so I want you guys to shout a band out and see if you get the same one. Literally think of one. Go for it. Sorry, a song. I mean, not a band, a song. Your song. Go on.
Our song?
Yes, just shout a song. Just all shout one song.
Oh,
Reflections.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. Reflections it is. So there you go. Reflections and Wild Nights. Enjoy.
You made yourself seem so irrelevant. I guess you're doing fine in your element. You fuck with my head with every word he said. We're never getting out alive, so let's pretend. All is well, can't you tell? I'll bite my tongue, but just for now. You failed to see my duality. You'd lose yourself if it weren't for me. We will always have our differences, but call it what the fuck it is. It's a psychological punishment, just get over it. I'm so sick of your therapeutic lying. So strung out, I can swear you're flying. We don't have a shot to fix it. Every time I see you, I'll just keep my distance. Who do you think you are when my blood runs dry? Your true colors rising. You know that you can't run forever. Don't choose a lie until you think you're right. I don't need your toxic ties. I'll bring everything you did to light. Take a look in the mirror and tell me, do you like what you see? A certified sinner, that is all you'll ever be. When you can stop and repent all of your problems that you love to respect. You can't change unless you force yourself to grow. Learn from your mistakes. For me, it's all that you'll ever know. Who do you think you are when my blood runs dry? Your true colors rising. You know that you can't run forever. Don't choose a lie until you think you're right. I don't need your toxic ties. I'll bring everything you did to light. Your own narcissism drives you into the dark hole of an imperfect God complex, only to lead to the deterioration of your own self-worth. You trust your gut, but what's the trust when all you do is break everything you love? You have one life, one chance to bring out the best in yourself and the people around
loving that track. Absolutely loving that track, guys. So at the end, where it kind of goes quieter and then drops in, I think that's a very kind of metalcore-y thing to do. I love it. It's genius. Absolute genius.
For sure.
We'll have a chat about that in a bit then. Here we go. Codso, what do you think?
I was going to say, I absolutely loved it the first time, and then I loved it the second time when Tim accidentally skipped it and had to rewind it. It really hit hard.
No!
I was like, oh my god, I get to hear this again twice. Wow, this is amazing. I tried to write down some bands, but I can't think of the band which you guys remind me of from that track. So the ones I've got down, All Time Low, Lost in Stereo. I was like, that was what I'm hearing right there. Pierce the Veil, 4 Years Strong, Dance Gavin Dance, and Dayseeker was the other one I picked up on.
So not many, Tom.
Okay.
Thanks for the sarcasm there, Tim. I try to bring the music knowledge to this podcast, and you go, not many then.
Oh dear. No, when you break down and do kind of,
you guys haven't mentioned Fall Out Boy yet.
yeah, I don't know. No, not quite. But yeah, I think
Definitely not in that song.
No.
with the kind of breakdowns, when you do the kind of talking, there's a certain band I'm trying to think of. They do it very similarly. Similarly, I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. So yeah, you said 4 Years Strong. Yes, there is the kind of thing they do, but there's someone else, and I can't think who.
Yeah.
Oh
Find
man,
something.
a lot of dispute. Touche amore.
No, we were definitely not hard.
There we go. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah.
Britney
Awesome.
Spears.
So all right, metalcore then. Come on, who are your favorite metalcore bands, guys?
Oh man, well Emilio grew up in
You guys were both in the metalcore
My first
scene.
band back in high school was a metalcore band. I grew up playing with, like, I remember when Attack was little 16-year-old kids opening local shows around us here in Ohio.
Speaking of favorite metalcore bands,
I See Stars used to open up for me, kind of weird stuff like that. Like, I grew up in that really when it was just popping off, the whole like metalcore. But me, like you guys keep mentioning, Pierce the Veil. If you've ever had a chance to see them,
dude,
they just kind of stole the cake for me as far as live performances go. They put on one of the very best. Miss May I, Hugh, yes, by far some of the like heaviest, yes, and they were so heavy in touring around our area back when like probably we were going to shows, and that like you got to see him at like almost every show, which sounds annoying, but they would kill it every time. He would just come out and he had these heaviest vocals, like the whole band just put a great set on. Like, yeah, Miss May I and Pierce the Veil, probably two of my favorite like metalcore bands.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I think mine at the moment are, so I've got a favourite one. They're quite unknown one. I think they're from Belgium, called Deadlines. Flipping amazing band. Honestly, check them out, guys. You'll love them. So Deadlines, there's Landmarks as well. They're from France.
Dude, Landmarks, yes.
That
so
one
good.
sounds, that I've heard that.
Lost in
Wave. Lost in the Wave, is it? Can't remember.
Lost in the Wave, yes.
Yeah. So, dude, the breakdown.
The intro and the way it comes in, just man.
Yeah, but I'll take that breakdown when he does the. I don't know what vocal you'll call it. The kind, it starts with G. I can't remember what it's called now. But the oh my god, it's the power in his voice is insane.
Oh, yeah, it gets my adrenaline pumping for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like one of the first songs I listen to when I'm in the gym. It just really gets me.
Yeah, 100%.
Gets me moving for sure.
Yeah, and for me, obviously, it's got to be Bring Me Horizon. Their new album is just.
That's definitely my
perfect. Who else was there? And Architects as well. Can't wait for the new album. Say it again.
Loathe.
They're good. Yeah, I like them as well. Yeah.
Loathe is something else, man.
You guys fuck with Issues?
Yes.
I mean,
we don't talk about issues.
Yes, but we don't talk about issues anymore, right?
Yeah,
do we not?
We don't talk about issues anymore.
Oh, dear.
We're just adding them into the pile. They're over there. They existed. They're in that pile. It's the locked pile with the key. We don't talk about it. They were musicians.
They were good.
It was the same as another band, which are an absolutely epic band, and I can't remember the bloody name. They did a cover of. I keep mentioning on the podcast, and I will probably now segue back from that and just quickly bring up the band I was thinking of when I was listening to Reflections. Have you guys heard of the Home Team?
Yes.
Have you heard of She Quiet? She's quiet by the home.
Maybe.
So it's got a beautiful bridge in there where it's like, maybe I'll stay this time, like that. And you add
Yeah,
that.
okay, I've definitely heard that song.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I heard, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I was like, that's it. That's the song. And so
Thank you.
absolutely love that track. And for me at the moment, it's got to be Dayseekers for metalcore. I mean, Sleep Talk is such a fantastic track.
It is.
Because he absolutely slaps hard.
Oh, Settle the Sky.
Have you guys ever heard of Settle the Sky?
It rings a bell.
I don't think I've actually.
Check them out. They're a local
They were one of
Toledo
those
band
crabcore
that
bands
kind
back in
of
the
they were
day.
like crabcore that was kind of blowing up way back when all of that was just happening in the early 2000s, but took a big break and now they're back doing stuff. I'm super stoked. They got a new vocalist. And yeah, definitely check out Settle the Sky from Toledo. If you're into metalcore, crabcore type, get it. Yeah.
Settle your sky or settle the sky.
Settle
the sky. Awesome. Write that down.
The other one that I'm thinking of, a band from Sweden, Noija. I can't. Noija. Noija. They came up on a couple of Instagram targeted ads. And they've got a really, really awesome song, which I keep forgetting, but I sent it to you, Tim, earlier.
Yes, I've forgotten as well.
And I've forgotten as well, but they are fantastic, and I really, really dig them as a recommendation. Runaway, sorry. He's got such a beautiful voice, which works with it's almost not quite metalcore because it's a little bit too soft to be like full on shouting, but you can't say it's punk or rock. It's metalcore, and I love it because it's.
That's like Rory Rodriguez though from Dayseeker. His voice is just wow. It really is. I mean, he's got that kind of just, I suppose, fucking beautiful voice. Like when he sings, and then he can do the screaming as well. And I'm like, how do you do that with your voice? It's like, don't ruin it, please, by screaming.
Save it.
I found out about Dayseekers from Bill Murray.
Dude, yeah.
Really? Bill Murray and Dayseeker do last.
Yeah. Did you guys open for them before I was
Bill
in the band?
Murray.
Yeah,
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's probably one of
The
my
Attack
favorite
guy.
bands.
Yeah, I've heard he's been mentioned a few times actually. Bill Murray.
If you haven't listened to his new the Eggy
His
Pocket
new
album,
record is insane.
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I'd love to get them on the podcast. Actually, I really would like to get them on there.
No
That'd be
mean
awesome.
That would
that
be
good.
Yeah,
He's
right.
so
He
good.
seems pretty personable. I mean, I
He
bet
is.
a nice,
I was saying,
well-written
he's super
email
down to-
might
I
go pretty
should-
far, man. Who knows?
I talked to him a lot when we opened for him. And
I was gonna say,
just
yeah,
the
I
nicest
had a-
dude.
Yeah, my buddy ran sound that night, and he said he was super cool.
Yeah,
like-
very nice guy.
I had like a 45-minute conversation with him. Dude's super down to earth and just like will talk to you just about whatever you want to talk about.
Bring up his
That's
attack
pretty
factors.
awesome, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
super here
don't
for
do that.
stuff,
but...
Yeah, he wasn't that guy from what I heard on like that show with them. Like he didn't bring in that like I'm Attack. He came in as like I'm Bill Murray or whatever. Like you don't really know me that well. I'm not that big yet. Like I like that when bands do a new project, they don't carry over like, well, you should it's not this. Like, no, sorry, that failed, and now you're back at square one. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense, and it's almost like there's no ego with it. It's just, hey, I'm here to be singing my sound and being awesome, and that's what I get to
if you want to be
appreciate.
respected, you got to leave that ego at the door. It bottom line, like no one wants it.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Exactly.
Okay, so question for you guys, and I think this is one because it resonates with me because I've seen a couple of really awesome music videos, not just from 2020, but full on back all the way to like My Chemical Romance, The Ghost of You, right? What is your favorite music video? So let's start left to right this time because we keep going right to left. It won't matter for those that are listening on Spotify, but still.
You keep getting put on the
Favorite
spot.
music video? I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's one of my most favorites from recently was Dance Gavin Dance had that music video for Strawberry Wake.
Dude.
Playing.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like so damn and so well done too. And John Mess going, hey, through the fucking plane window. I got a good time. Yeah, no, it's like a fun video. But Dance Gavin Dance videos are just really weird, but like they're creative. So
Prisoner and We Own the Night are my two favorite ones by them.
The Prisoner video was sweet.
Oh, mate, it was, and his voice is incredible. It's one of those ones where as soon as he starts singing and like gets into the higher tones, I'm like, well, suddenly my ears don't deserve to have eardrums anymore because I'm just gonna blast this until I go down.
Well, Dance Gavin Dance on this. I mean, they've had like 3 vocalists, and like I love Johnny Craig's vocals. I mean, dude kind of sucks, but
still waiting on that, man.
Great singer.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
But like, I feel like although like I liked the John and Craig vocal stuff. I think with Tillian, like their past few albums have just been like, for me, like peak Dance Gavin Dance. They just like fit their sound perfectly with Tillian, and like their past few albums have just been like top notch.
Dude,
like,
actually,
so
the new Tree City sessions they did, with Uneasy Hearts, they had Johnny Craig hop in on that, dude. It's bomb.
Yeah, I like that Johnny Craig and like who's the other one? Travis Kurt.
Kurt
Travis. I had backwards. But it's cool too because they do stuff like their old vocalists too, and it's just so good.
Right, moving on then. So that's Gantz Game of Gantz. Well, that's like I put my teeth back in and I'll say that again. But yeah, what's your favorite?
Alright, favorite music videos?
Yeah, favorite music videos.
I mean, I'm a big fan of what Bill Murray's been doing lately with his green screen. I think it's hilarious. Or like I showed you guys the other day that I don't know if you guys watched it, but that Dos Moser by Food House music video, dude. I just love the fact that you could take something that's so DIY and so just like internet inspired and make it into like a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like those are people that do stuff with such minimal equipment. Like it's just like their phone camera and you know what I'm saying? And a
100%. Yeah.
Something that's just amazing or just so like captivating or funny or
very
whatever.
DIY.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of stuff like that.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool. I do like the DIY stuff. It adds like a different element to a music video. I've seen a couple of bands do DIY stuff or film stuff where it's just because of COVID, it's right, we only can film one person rather than filming like the whole band together. So it adds like a different element. A good friends of mine, 2 Year Break, who are a UK like pop punk band, they just did their new song I'm Over It, and you can just see in the music video where it's just them singing on their own, but they like film the drummer, they film the guitarist, they'll film the lead singer, and they'll kind of like cut and mash in between them all.
Yeah, and it's super genuine, and there's something about that I like. It's super down to earth. You know?
Shitty Neighbors from Toledo, Ohio. There's some friends of mine. They just had an album they were going to release, but 2020 happened, so they put it on hold. But to give some fans with some new music, they put out a video, and since they couldn't record anything, like with everything going on, they asked all of their fans to send in clips and videos of their dogs. So it's just a punk song with a bunch of dogs running around and just different snippets of all these different puppies, and it's just the most amazing wholesome thing ever. Like I'm super here for stuff like that, like over like the super choreographed like thing. Like sometimes
it's so simple, but like who doesn't
together.
like dogs?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
like,
simple, but who doesn't like dogs?
It's 2.5 minutes of dogs. Like you can't not say you want to watch that. Like that's.
I mean, that sounds like an amazing music video, which I'm now
check
going to
it
go
out.
and watch. What do I need? 2.5 minutes of dogs. Yep, there we go. That is my evening filled up.
And again, by far one of the best punk names ever. Shitty Neighbors. Like, come on. Like,
that is a pretty cool name. Yeah.
I know Glimmers did theirs similar to that, and they got all their fans to do like little coupley ones for Me It's You, and they had all like
NoFX just did that too, right? Yeah, NoFX just did that where they scoured YouTube and pulled everyone's cover of a song and mashed it together with some of theirs.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was good.
A local band from here actually got featured in that little music video.
And nice.
I love that kind of stuff. Like, it's a cool way of us all still staying together as a family, like without being able to feel that from the shows and everything. And like we're still here for each other, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Go on then. Last but not least.
Well, it's not last but not least. We've got another two to go through.
Sorry, fine, us as well.
We've got another two in the band to go through as well. Jesus, Tim.
Number two. I thought we're
going left to right.
No, I know, but he's just said his, isn't he? Unless you've got another one.
The Shitty Neighbors video is probably one of my favorites right now. So that's me.
Okay, I'm fine.
Kind of skipped.
We bounced around. I don't think I could put a direct on like my all-time favorite video. But one that like I definitely like used to watch very frequently and like still think about like every now and again is Fall Out Boy's I Don't Care music video. It's just like it's super funny, but like it's also just like it's the literal attitude of just like I don't care what you think, like I don't care who you think I am, I don't care like what you think about me, I'm just gonna do what I want and live my life the way that I want to live it. And that like really speaks to me, and like I really admire it like for that purpose. At least that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, Tom, go on then. What's yours?
Great. Now I have to think. Top 3, in no particular
blimey.
order. Ghost of You, My Chemical Romance. I mean, that is one hell of a music
Dude,
video.
That's a good one.
the ending
That's a good
scene
one.
is just so powerful. Like,
And they're just
where
like
it's
box of
literally his
tissues.
brother. Yeah, and he's just like losing his mind because he's watching his brother die. And I was just like, dude,
Yeah,
like
The-
blew my mind.
deep stuff.
The second one, 30 Seconds to Mars, The Kill, has got to be on there.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, and it was one of those where you just instantly want to like get the full emo look and just start running around like a hotel. Go, come break me down.
Yeah.
AFI always had really good.
Oh,
videos.
and
Yes.
and Miss
Oh, yeah,
Murderer.
yes,
I was literally like, which is going to be my third? And now I'm like, yeah, it's got to be Hey Miss Murderer by AFI, because God, that is a tune. I have to also mention Marilyn Manson, Tainted Love, because that is an interesting one to show people and go, this isn't what I think of Tainted Love, because everyone's got their own opinion which song version was better. And I'm like, I like this one because of this reason, and this is why in my heart of hearts I'm emo, because that shit fucking
Shit
rocks.
spoke to me. Okay.
Yeah.
That shit fucking spoke words. I
There
don't
we go.
care for your Justin Bieber shit, man. I want to rock up in a car like
Yes.
that to a party.
And I
Yeah.
don't want to have to explain it. Like.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. Well, I'll tell you, mine has to be the late, like one of the ones videos now is "God Save Me, But Don't Drown Me Out" by Youngblood.
Oh,
That's
my
a
God.
tune.
yeah,
That's a tune.
The teddy bear. It's just brilliant. But yeah, obviously being his kind of imaginary friend, and it's just such an amazing song, and that video just does it justice, I think. Especially the beginning bit where they're kind of doing all the talking, saying, "Oh, we don't believe in you anymore," and all this. And this kind of like builds it up. You're like, "Holy shit, this is sick!" So yeah, I love it.
The trifecta that Pup did with the dude from Stranger Things is also a really good honorable mention for me. They did like 3 songs where they featured like a whole story. I can't remember the name of the songs now, but it's got the one guy from Stranger Things, and it's kind of like this story of how they started the band and how they kill for each other, and definitely worth checking out the Pup series.
Didn't
there.
they do that Choose Your Own Adventure one too, where it's like
And yeah, they
every
did. Yeah, they
time
did the
you click on
interactive.
another-
Yeah, they did an interactive one where you could literally pick how the music video went. Pup's
Pretty
definitely
cool.
out there doing some cool videos. In
Pup are
an
good,
era where
yeah.
like, I don't know, are music videos still relevant? Is this something we really
No.
like?
I think they are because people are not being able to gig. I think last year I saw more music videos than I had probably the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's a change. There's definitely a big change in how a band operates. So yeah, I think it's something that for a while wasn't really like that focused on. But yeah, you should have
Yeah.
music videos. Like now, it's easier to do a music video than it is to get a gig.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
So-
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just keeping
good.
yourself relevant. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we should probably we got a couple buddies. We should be on the lookout for a Wild Nights music video soon.
Sweet.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first, people. You heard it here first.
Yeah, hook us up with that. We'll put it on your
Yeah,
on the
we'll
channel,
we'll leak
definitely.
it to you guys. We'll let you guys premiere it.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Sweet.
Sounds good. Okay, what are we going to ask next? Okay, let's do a pop punk food question. So what's your favorite food? And is it pop punk?
Why would you even ask
Pizza.
that? Pizza.
Okay.
dude.
Well, there we go. That was and
any
thank
other-
you guys
Done.
for listening to the podcast.
I'm gonna try and not good.
Pizza rolls dipped in Frank's and then ranch.
These are
Right
some
there.
strong choices.
Yeah, that's a
These are
move.
some
I can get
strong
behind
choices.
that.
Yeah, it's the move. There's nothing else you should be
Have you
dipping
ever
your
had like
pizza
the
rolls
buffalo
in.
chicken pizza rolls?
What?
Oh yeah,
Those
dude.
exist?
Actually,
Yeah. They're like
What is it like? Buffalo chicken
They're like
dip
a
stuffed
dollar.
inside of
Yeah.
the pizza?
Yeah. Yeah. They're
And
like
for
a
those
dollar.
just tuning into the
nightmare.
podcast, we've now turned into a food
Fine
channel.
right now.
Tom, do you know what pizza rolls are?
Have no clue.
No.
Oh, no, no,
Is that
no.
something you guys don't have there? Or?
No.
No, no. I'll be honest. The closest we have to a pizza roll is when we roll pizza.
A pizza
roll.
Oh man. Yeah, no, there's
Dude, you guys
like
are
little,
missing
cute
out.
little-
It's
there's
like
these
little-
cute pockets of pizza.
Literally like
Something.
very miniature hot pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But,
bite-sized
like-
hot pockets.
But you eat like 30 of them.
Yeah,
We don't have those either.
Yeah.
but-
We're still here, Chad. We're gonna ship you some pizza rolls.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
we'll send you
hang
guys
tight.
some.
We got
Yeah.
you.
We used to have back in the
Sorry.
day. We used to have Chicago Town's calzone things,
Calzone,
which
yeah.
were like a kind of hot pocket on steroids. You put it in the microwave, had to put a hole in there, and then it would bubble away for what appeared like an eternity because you weren't allowed to eat it because it was molten cheese. And you were just like, but I want to eat it now. It tastes so good. And you would just be like, oh God, I've burnt everything. Everything's on fire, but the flavors are so good. But it's on fire.
I got a burn in the top of my mouth right now from some pizza rolls. So
Yeah, they're lethal.
The most pop
aren't
punk
they?
thing ever. Why can't I sing? I've got to burn the top of my mouth.
There you go. But yeah, cool. Question answered. Let's jump into another track then.
I'm a taco guy. I like
There we
tacos.
go.
Actually, that's crazy though because we do
I like
get
tacos.
we do get tacos pretty often too. Yeah, tacos always move.
Yeah, sweet. There we go. So is this next song about tacos at all?
No, but that's
No.
coming soon. Taco
No,
Bell's coming
actually, Revival is called Revival of the Fiesta Potatoes.
soon. Yeah. Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You heard it here
We
first.
wrote it about
Exclusively.
Taco Bell. Actually.
They probably never even lost potatoes over there. Like,
They probably just holding on this.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean-
they've just been waiting.
Yeah.
It was all a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
where 2020 brought like a complete like destruction of the Taco Bell menu for America,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Taco
it
Bell's
wasn't what we
like,
needed.
how can I ruin everyone else's lives as much as they've been ruined already?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Let's pull potatoes off the menu.
It sucks.
And then everyone went
Terrible. I
can
bet.
I
imagine.
thought the pandemic was bad, dude. Taco Bell got rid of potatoes.
Wow. The world's coming to an end.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dear.
Revival's about the Fiesta potatoes coming back.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. All right. So here's Revival by Wild Knights. Enjoy.
I know you say everything is far from perfect. Stay stuck in your way, then you're to blame. You better step back in, gotta give me something. Watch what you say, ain't good for nothing. Where you gonna be when the world comes crashing down? I want you to know that every day you spend we're dreaming of the open road and the places we hope to go. You know that we came back with something to prove. It's our time to make our move. Now that I have myself all figured out, tomorrow I'm gonna take this out and run with it. I finally learned how to live with my sorrow. I'll pack my bags and hope you follow. These golden trails are winding. Nobody said that they'd be easy finding. The only challenge is the shitty timing. You know that we came back with something to prove. It's our time to make our move. We all just need a little satisfaction when we've got nothing left to lose. While you're concerned with what's the latest fashion, you can bet that we'll be gone before the Now that I have myself all figured out, tomorrow I'm gonna take this out and run with it. I finally learned how to live with my sorrow. I'll pack my bags and hope you follow.
Since you've said that about Taco Bell, so there was When the World Goes Crashing Down because there's no potatoes, and then shitty timings as well. It's brilliant. because you said that, that's all I was hearing.
We wrote
Literally.
about Taco Bell before we knew it was even about Taco Bell.
Yeah. There you go. But,
Oh goodness! I heard two prominent bands from that. So I got early Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Oh yeah, so I say early Newfound Glory. I got listened to my friends a little bit of like. I don't know why. I just heard that.
You're speaking to me right now, man. You're speaking to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nostalgia,
And,
Tom. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia is all the way. As you see, I was trying not to mention it, but now
It's
everyone else
fine,
is
Tom.
mentioning it.
You're saying it in every podcast. It's fine.
Fine. Nostalgia. There we go. We have
Your word.
Yay. And New Medicine was the other one that I heard as well. If you've heard of them, there's a song by them called Fire at the Night, which your vocals
New
really
Medicine.
align to.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, the same ones again, really. The Home Team and 4 Years Strong and All Time Low. I'm not trying to repeat myself. You guys just really sound like them, and it's really nice.
Hey, consistency is not a bad thing, right?
No, there you go.
It's not a good thing either. I'm joking.
There you go. Well, you had a couple of questions for us, or a question.
Yeah, no, I was wondering what tied you guys into the punk scene. Like, what brought you to doing a podcast and being part of the scene?
I'll go first. So I was in punk bands when I was younger. I was in a band called Tell Simpson as the singer. We toured with quite a few UK bands, toured Europe. It was great fun. Absolutely loved it. But they kind of wanted to go. What's that?
They said van life. It's the best.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely was. But then they kind of wanted to go a different way. They wanted to go off the kind of pop punk, and that was where Blink and Newfound Glory and all that were like top tier pop punk. They were the pop punk of the world, and that was kind of, they wanted to go off that, and I was like, nah, that's my kind of music at the moment. Then I kind of grew to like more music. I've got more into metalcore this year, or not this year, last year now. And then I was on a podcast called The Loud Spot. So yeah, shout out to The Loud Spot, good podcast, like more metal-y kind of stuff. But I was with a band called Fast Lane from France. And yeah, it just really thought, what, I love doing this. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it better than him. So, but he's a great guy, honestly, really good guy. So no, he definitely influenced me to do it. And I kind of just went one day to the missus. I was like, you know what? I'm starting a podcast, and I did it. I hyped it up a bit in October, got it going, and then within 3 months now, we're 161 subscribers on YouTube. We've just launched
and counting.
And counting. Just launched it on the streaming platforms, on music streaming platforms as well. So Spotify, Deezer, all of those. So absolutely awesome. And yeah, that was really me. So I just have a massive love for the punk music in general. So all things punk, I just flip and love it. So yeah, that's me really. Tom, how about yourself?
Well, it all goes back to when I was 7.
It's a very precise number.
Yes. I was once out on the meadows, with my guitar, and I was strumming away. And I thought this would be amazing. And then Mark Hoppus appeared out of nowhere. And he was like, Tom, you need to join a podcast when you're 20. Mark, you're speaking to me. And then I left it for a while, and then Mark came back in another dream and was like, what's the fuck's happening with your podcast? And I was like, man, I don't know, pandemic and all that shit.
No one's come yet.
Like, join Tim's. He's fairly decent. And so and that was the story that I like to tell all the audiences what happened. The reality is I was...
You haven't told me that yet.
Honestly, I just came up with that on the spot.
Brilliant.
And Mark doesn't even know. My origins for the love of punk. Oh gosh, I think it was because when I was in secondary school, I was kind of that kid that was
That's your high school, right?
Yeah, it's high school. So like, how do I describe it? So you're just about to go into college, and like you're just discovering puberty and all this kind of thing. So
it's
you're
like your secondary school, isn't it?
Secondary school, completely. Yeah. So 11 to 15 wasn't necessarily the most rebellious. In fact, I was rather a nerd, and it was the point where I just didn't.
Still are.
Oh, shut up, Tim.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Brilliant. Oh dear.
Well, I feel offended. I'm going to go back to listening to more emo music and crying in the corner. No, so it just segued from there, really. I just didn't really have many people I would call close friends. I was going through some bits and bobs of my life.
Same, yeah.
I think it was stuff like Linkin Park and Breaking Benjamin, watching
Yes.
a bit of WWE as well, and that segued into the more metal side of things. And then I got into just free YouTube and recommended stuff, the equivalent of like, you know, your weekly suggestions on Spotify of going, right, what do you fancy listening to this week? Oh, well, we've got these bands and these bands. And then since then, over the last 3 or 4 years of having Spotify, just my music taste has gone like that.
Yeah.
Down
Right
from
on.
being...
So you're more of just a fan than you've never really got to be on stage. You don't play or anything, right?
No, I have been considering it in terms of going and trying vocals. I've been one of those people where people
I would listen to your band.
I'm glad. I don't know if my vocals are any good. I mean, people say they are. Mark in particular, when he came to me in that dream, he was like, "Mate, you could really smash
close,
it."
I take it.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't know it yet, but we are. He was like, "Tom, I want you to start the next Blink 282," and I was like, "What does that even mean, Mark?" And he was like, "I don't know, but you."
He goes, "Nobody knows what he means, but it's provocative, and it gets people going.
It gets the people going."
What? No, it doesn't.
Oh dear.
Like, I will not let you down, Mr. Farrell and Mr. Hoppers.
Brilliant.
That was another dream completely when Will Ferrell appeared and he's like, "You also need to be on a podcast." And I'm like, wow, all these celebrities appearing. I may need to go and see a therapist.
Oh
but no,
dear.
always just been
I
a
might be
fan
going crazy.
and just speaking with Tim, because Tim was the guy I used to just listen to when he started off his podcast in the background. It helped me get through my work day. And then I just asked him if I can come on the show and start listening to some music for a bit. And this is where we are. And he hates
that
me.
first Punkio episode on Spotify where you're just kind of like showcasing music, Tim. I listened to it like probably 3 or 4 times now, just because that playlist you put together was so fresh and unique for me. Like, started out strong with some Goalkeeper, and then you went into some stuff from other countries that I'm not really used to, but just bangers, man. You really do have a really amazing taste in pop punk and a good eye.
I was so fucking nervous that first episode. Yeah, that first episode, oh my god, I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But because I knew it was going to be a video podcast.
Again, like...
So, yeah, but I knew it was going to be a video podcast from the start because I've always wanted to start my own YouTube channel. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bloody do it. And I did it. And I wanted something different because I know video podcasts are kind of coming up, especially from last year. And I was shitting myself. But then the next episode, when I had someone else on, I kind of let it flow a bit, and now that I've got Tom, I can bounce off him and stuff, and it's good. So
occasionally insult me, I occasionally insult him.
Yeah, exactly.
We chat about music like we know something. Occasionally we don't chat about music like we know something. It's just a mixed bag, really. I would say what you see is what you get. Reality is no one even knows what they're seeing if they're listening to it on audio platforms. They're just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Exactly. Well, we end up talking about Komodo dragons and giraffes and you name it. Yeah, it's very random.
It's been an interesting experience, I have to admit, for the 5 episodes I've been on.
Definitely. There we go. But that's it. So, all right, guys. I'll tell you what. We're going to jump straight into the last song. So here's A Beautiful Disaster by Wild Nights. Enjoy.
These scars are fairly new. So what's it mean to you when everything you've ever wanted turns you black and blue? Just take the edge away, and maybe you can stay just for a while. Give me a smile and I can make it through. Things aren't always perfect, but I need to find some way to get me out of my own mind. So God, please show me sign, show me what's really worth my time. 'Cause in the end you'll find every little secret we all hide. Quit telling me goodnight. I'm lost without your side, I'm missing you, I need you here. Just stay for one more night. These days are turning gray, the sun's just gone away. You say that you've got problems, so tell me what's your problem anyway. I'll be okay with what I've got, 'cause at the end of every day you'll still be everything I'm not. Well, maybe it's time for a change, so tell me if I'm acting kinda strange, a wild night. Our hearts are only happy if we let them feel that way. In the end, yeah, in the end, I know I'll be okay. You're my beautiful disaster. You're my everything I hate. You're the lie that caught me by surprise and took my breath away. Now you're never coming back. I'm quite frankly fine without you. If you see me, if you need me, no, I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back. No, I'm never coming back.
Okay, guys, that song is fucking stunning. I love it. I could listen to that all day. Honestly, that's so good. I don't know if you've seen any of Newfound Glory's acoustic videos on YouTube.
The recent stuff they just did, he still has it.
I know.
As an older person, I was just
I
like,
know.
oh my god, yeah, no, I'm still
yeah.
here for those studio sessions they just did. Yeah,
Definitely, yeah. I'm 33, and I agree with you,
To
100%.
Compare us to that. Thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. No, honestly, wow. That was stunning. Your voice, dude, honestly,
Dude, thank
fucking
you.
love it.
He did absolutely just killed it.
Yeah,
on
that
this.
Yeah.
one it'll
Definitely
be coming
chill,
out-
yeah.
It'll be coming out here on Spotify probably in the next month or two. So
Yeah.
be
Sweet.
really-
Well,
I would-
well, thanks
I
for
would say probably
thanks for
in a couple
previewing it.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us premiere it. So there you go.
Thank you for
Thanks for
premiering it
having
for
us.
us,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
And we'll,
You're welcome.
we're very happy to be here and you taking the time to listen to our stuff like that, and nothing but
You're
kind
welcome.
words from you guys. I
Yeah,
hope you're
yeah.
not lying.
We're not.
I mean,
No,
there's one song for me that comes up in particular, and that's "I Miss You" by Blink-182. That just reminded me so much of that.
Of course.
And just like,
God,
of course,
yeah,
they
yeah,
with.
yeah.
Thank you so
I'm gonna
much.
cry.
Yeah.
I'm a cancer. You
Man,
can't do that. I'm sensitive. All right.
Oh, mate, we're all out. We all listen to punk music and emo music. It's like one stupid
Fine, we all
thing,
are.
and we all start crying. We're like, oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be the next meme.
That's it. Maybe.
It's just like compares to insert band here. Oh
Yeah.
God, it hurts again.
But yeah, I was getting more like I was getting Story So Far as well. They're acoustic tracks. So yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
love it, dudes. Honestly, really good. There we go.
Appreciate it.
No, but really, honestly, it's beautiful voice, mate. You've got absolutely great song, and I really look forward to including it on my Spotify. It's like just to jam out on those chilled out Sundays. I think that's one of those.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna recommend you guys all the time in the Pop Punk Kids group now. So yeah.
What music do I listen to? You listen to Wild Nights.
You listen to
That's what
Wild
you're
Nights,
gonna listen to
Do it. Yeah. I'll let my Komodo dragon on ya. There you go.
For those that didn't know about the
Komodo
Komodo dragon,
says
they need
do
to
it.
know about it before this.
Yes, true. Well,
Otherwise, it sounds dodgy, and we're gonna get kicked off of Spotify.
Yeah, trust me, Spotify. We haven't got one, I promise. But there you go. But yeah, it's really weird because now that we're on Spotify and all of those, I've kind of got change how we speak and say, oh, don't look up here, but I still can with for YouTube. It's really weird. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, do I need some more of the Spotify, more of YouTube? I don't know. But
it's fine. I'm sure they can imagine the memes that we make reference to.
Yes,
and then they'll have to just go on YouTube and watch it and be like, oh, that's what he was referring to. Like, oh, it wasn't as funny as I thought.
That's it. There you go. You got anything else, Tom?
Now, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on the show. It means a lot, and honestly, absolutely great band to listen to.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
We appreciate it.
We respect anytime anyone wants to give us. I've been following what you guys have been doing. You guys are very heavy in the pop punk scene.
You guys have been cool.
Super stoked for this to come out. Some other one, you guys got another local Chris coming out, Dollar from the local radio station. That's gonna be a fun one. You guys got some really cool acts coming through. I'm just really stoked to be a part of that. Thank you guys.
We have got some really good acts, and I think we're allowed to say who they are because we've kind of launched it. So
sorry,
we've got
shit! I might have.
No, it's fine.
It's Jim that's going to be the one that.
Spoilers, dude.
Yeah, it's fine.
For all the listeners, there's some really good ones coming up. I've got two of my favorite bands that are coming up over the next.
Say it, Tom. Say it. We're allowed to.
Three. So we've got coming up a band that I went to go and see in the start of about February last year, which is 2 Year Break. They've just released "I'm Over It," which is an absolute great track. We've got another one that's just As December Falls, another great British band, really big in the pop scene. Absolutely love them. Went to go and see them live. Huge fans of them. We've also got. Do you want to reference?
Yeah. So we've got next two. We've got Carousel Kings coming up.
Yes, guys.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm so stoked. I'm actually stoked.
And also, wait for this one. We've got Settle Your Scores as well.
No way!
Yes. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
And you haven't mentioned my personal favourite out of this all, which is Driveways. And we've got Driveways.
Sorry, Driveways as well. Nice. Yes, Driveways as well. I do apologise. Driveways as well. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then potentially a secret one, but I can't say anything yet because it's not confirmed. So there we go.
It's just me dressing up in a costume.
Look it up.
Oh my God! Look, is that you? Tell us about Blink 282.
That's it. But yeah,
it's actually gonna be.
Mark Hoppus is just wearing a grape suit.
It's just be like, I'm Mark.
But yeah, we're so stoked. We can't wait, and hopefully get you guys on in the future. If you have any more new albums come out or anything, we're more than happy to have you guys on again. We'd be more
than happy to come back.
I'm glad.
So, I'm glad. Definitely. All right, sweet guys. Well, we'll end it there. So massive thanks, and just make sure you subscribe and everything to our podcast and stuff, guys, and check these guys out on Spotify and everywhere else. So they're awesome. Here we go.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Punkio podcast. Remember, the views and opinions expressed in this show represents those of our guests and hosts alone. Tune in next week to find your new favourite punk band. Hit that subscribe button to never miss an episode.